And welcome back. Tonight on Animal Island, some great advice on how to care for your pet once their legs start getting a little rusty here. Joining me now is veterinarian Dr. Michel Selmer of Advanced Animal Care Center of South Huntington. I appreciate your time. So you sent over first a list of symptoms. Let's go through that. I think we have a full screen for those symptoms here. Your pet may be reluctant to move.
Yeah, so sometimes, you may notice your pet not wanting to climb the stairs, not interested in jumping in the car anymore, just not be able to get comfortable or not wanting to, get up and go anymore.
Okay. Another one is a stiffness. That kind of relates to the same thing. Where
yeah.
You can see them kind of walking
right, so when you see that changing gait when they're walking or they don't want to run anymore, you'll see that's the stiffness. And sometimes even that cold weather will make it worse.
Okay, the next one I think is lameness.
Right, and that's just a fancy word for limping.
Okay.
If you notice that your dog is limping on a leg, that would be that can also be a symptom.
I would think my dog is just being lazy.
Right.
All right, and the last one, loss of mobility. They're all kind of somewhat related. So when you see all these symptoms or you suspect this, what should you do? What are some things?
Well, the first thing you need to go is go to your veterinarian so you can have the proper diagnostics done to tell what is actually causing the joint disease, if it's arthritis or a soft tissue injury. Once you get a diagnosis, there's many options that you have, ranging from natural nutraceutical care to pharmaceuticals and anti-inflammatories, all the way up to stem cell surgery or traditional surgery.
Okay. And is there a certain age that dog you might start looking at that, or can this hit a dog at any age?
Yeah, it can hit them at any age, but typically it is the middle age and older dogs. But you can see it in young dogs too now.
Okay. This is Yaya, by the way. Yaya's, she's 3?
Yaya's about 3 or 4, yeah.
Oh, how you doing? Okay, so are there certain, and Yaya's is a lab, right?
Yes. Yes.
Are there certain breeds that kind of are preconditioned to this?
Well, the large breeds it's more common to see that, and most people are very familiar with hip dysplasia, which is really arthritis of that hip joint, and we do see that a lot in these larger breeds, but sometimes the smaller breeds will get, degenerative changes also, and sometimes they're age-related, and sometimes they can start just from an injury.
Now, are there preventative things that you can do? You can see some of the dogs being lifted in right now.
Right, that's a great example of seeing that dog being hesitant to move up those stairs.
Oh, you can see that right there.
Yep.
That's okay. Are there things you can do preemptively for a dog who's starting off as a puppy? Or?
Absolutely. We have found that dogs that are active, as compared to dogs that may be not so active, even if they're the same level of arthritic changes in their joint, the active dogs seem to do much better. So we're always encouraging you to exercise your dog. The other big preventative that you can do is weight management. If your dog is overweight, that extra weight on the dog just puts a lot of stress on those joints.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. What about diet? Are there certain dietary? Because I know that you're big on making sure that there's a whole complete diet plan for your
right. Once you have good wholesome nutrition, if your dog does have an issue with arthritis, there are things like omega fatty acids that we can use that are anti-inflammatory in nature to help prevent inflammation and the pain.
And someone that works here wanted me to ask you, cod liver oil, is that good for your?
Yeah, and that's one type of oil that you can use. You can use fish oils, you can use flaxseed oil. There's, borage oil is another. Some people use evening primrose oil. And you have so many options on what you can do. You just need to find a veterinarian who is comfortable dealing with nutraceuticals and pet care.
All right. Well, I appreciate your time, Dr. Selmer, as always. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Well, if you'd like more information about Dr. Selmer and Advanced Animal Care Center in South Huntington, just go to news12.com and click on numbers and links. And coming up...